Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It is the Boom Bar right here on your Boom Radio NG, and right here it's video. It's a very, would I say, interesting Friday here, as we're going to be talking about quite a number of things. If you're just joining us for the very first time, this is where we give you everything sports, politics, entertainment, and everything else in between. It is a bar, as you have said, so bring all conversations around everything on a lighter note, and we explain and prefer solutions and maybe knock one or two people as the case may be. But anyway, sit back, relax, and enjoy. My name is Dolupo, and with me in the studio is Sola Rogers. But before I introduce you, introduce him or get him on, we're going to be talking about quite a number of things today. There's updates on the presidential directive on the recall of policemen, which has been confirmed by the IG himself. We're going to be talking about that. The Senate also talked about the Anti-Terrorism Act or something. There's a rejig of those things, as well as we're going to be talking about quite a number of other things. There's sports. It was a very interesting week of football, and it looks like it's going to be a very interesting weekend of football as well. We're going to be talking about that. Also, there's the conversation about BurnaBoy and his tour dates or his concerts being cancelled one by one. We're going to be talking about that and a whole lot of other things. It is the TGF edition of the Boom Bar, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the show with us. Yes, like I said, us, because I'm on the show with Sola Rogers.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to the Boom Bar. Thank God it's Friday, new music Friday. Lego.
Okay, so we're going to be going straight into today's gist, but before we go into a lot of other conversations that that maybe we'll say we'll take it from, but it's Friday, so we're going to start on a lighter note today, and we're starting with the conversation about BurnaBoy. And this matter, I would say, has been going on for a couple of days, if not maybe over a week now. I would also say that, in fact, this whole conversation is not a new thing when it comes to BurnaBoy. Yeah, but looks like his latest outburst in the United States seems to have done a number on that. Now, let's go back to, you might be wondering what might have happened. No, so what really happened was that there was a concert where he was his concert, and then it was said that the particular lady was said to be sleeping. She was in the front row, and he noticed her, and he stopped the music and said that he's ill and he's really stressed, and that you can't come to his concert and be sleeping, so people need to leave. She and the person she came with, her partner, have to leave before, and if he does not leave, he's not going to continue. And this is the full glare of everybody. There's a video out there to that effect. Now, this has now spiraled and has brought up a lot of conversation, to the extent that the Eminem saw a video of it and commented on that. Now, a lot more videos of a few things that a lot of people have been complaining about over the years are now popping up. There's even another one that is now resurfaced again, where he was said to have returned someone else's money, and said that they weren't giving him the vibe that he wanted or something, and then he took out money from his pocket, refunded it, and told the person to leave his concert. Now, this and a whole lot of other things. I remember there was also a video at some point somewhere where I think it was said to have kicked someone, and there's been a few things here and there. After the issue of the lady and her partner that left, there was a video where he was live, where he was talking about, probably insinuating that he wanted rich fans, he didn't want broke fans, and all those kind of very funny things. And apparently looks like the people of United States are not taking it lightly at all. Now it's been confirmed that there's a video. There was a video a few days ago where he was said to have been apologizing. He had first written some sort of an apology on his social media handle. Then I think a few days ago there's a video of him apologizing and even saying that that even his his last concert, that he brought coffee and nobody touched it and all that. There's a video of a concert that he did, I think a week ago or something, that there were quite a number of empty seats in that thing. Now the next thing is that this is the second tour. This is not tour. This is the second date on his tour. 2 different locations now that have been cancelled, and the conversation about it is that because of low ticket sales, it had to be cancelled.
Okay, quite an intro there from Dolupo. The thing about BurnaBoy, in my opinion, is that there's different ways to look at these things. BurnaBoy is definitely very passionate about his craft, and I think taking that fire away from him might make him not be BurnaBoy. But everything doesn't have to be at the extreme. Being passionate about your craft does not give you the right to disrespect the people you are doing the craft for. And I think it's done that quite a few times. It gets excused with another banger, in the sense that right after every controversy, he drops a song or an album. At some point, some people were even insinuating was it a strategy by Burna, you know. The African Giant album came from some massive controversy then, and said, look, I'm bigger than all of that. I think he had been invited to a concert in America, and he was not the headline act, and he didn't like the fact that his name was in tiny print, something like that, sure. And people were like, oh, you better be happy that you were even invited. And no, I'm the African Giant, blah, blah, blah. He's gone on to prove himself, gone on to win Grammys and several awards, and packed virtually all the big venues in the world, virtually in Europe and America, and even in Africa. So he's that big. He's had his running battle with his South African friends also, must chip that in. And of course, here in Nigeria, the discourse is being shaped majorly by the fan groups. Yeah, there's this so-called big 3 in Nigeria. I don't think there's anything like that in my own books, but there's a big 3, and Rema said it in one of his songs. He said, no more big 3, now big 4. And somebody was like, so where's Olamide in all of this? But that's still part of the conversation. So that's one of the things that's driving this. Like, once there is a slip up or some kind of negative vibe or news from Burna's end, fans of the other big 3 people, in quote, they hap it and blow it out of proportion. So there's that angle to look at. You know, if there's something wrong with Wizkid, these other 2 groups will blow it out of proportion. And that's been going on back and forth like a 3-legged war or race. But I personally didn't like when Burna got late to his show in Lagos a while ago, a couple of months ago, about a year now, if not more, and actually talked down on the people there. They were actually booing. And there was a statement about if it wasn't for Shea Vibes, I would have left or something like that. It's not Shea Vibes, so it's your show, Burna. You know? And again, it also proves that Burna gets to become a lot on the unhinged side. That's why on more than one occasion you hear people say things like they should take the phone away from him. That whenever he has direct access to his social media, he just drops one troublesome take or the other. You get. I was watching a video the other day. He had this foreign journalist interview his granddad and his mom, and they were talking, and he actually blew off the interview by telling the guy, this is boring, isn't it boring? Look, let's go out, I'm taking you out, and blah, blah, blah. His mom had the look like, oh my God. Like, she didn't say anything, but you will see it. And his granddad just kept quiet, you know. And that's Burna. But I think that has made him get away with too much, and he doesn't know where to draw the line. The sad part about this particular incident is that now the lady in question commented on the video that someone posted on social media where they were calling Burna out for kicking out a couple. And they said that the lady was sleeping, like Dolupo had already pointed out, so I'm not going to go over that. However, the lady went on that same thread and dropped a comment and said that she was mourning, she was bereaved. And I think her boyfriend said, let me take you to a Burna concert. Let me pick you up. Give you a pick-me-up kind of situation. Let's go to a Burna, get the vibe. And of course, paid for expensive seats in the front. And in between it, she was just going through it. And if you've noticed, Burna always does this at his shows. It's done it. I've seen at least 3 videos. I don't want to say 4 or 5. I've seen at least 3. So I'm wondering, like, how many artists actually take time to look at who is vibing or not vibing?
Yeah.
Do you understand? Look, I remember when Nigeria was doing big shows back in the day. The Children of Africa concert, the Lekki Sun Splash. These recent guys have not done big shows like that. Shows that pack the TBS. Do you get? And they were bringing in a lot of foreign artists. When there was a bit of controversy involving Fela, and of course Fela pulled out of the show. But all the foreign artists that came all went to meet Fela at his shrine, in Ikeja. Shabaranks, all of them, they went there to hang out and play and maybe puff. But there's something that Shaba said when he got to TBS and the place was not packed. That even if there were 2 people, it would still perform. That even if there were 2 people there, it would still perform. And that stuck with me. Like, really and truly, if I put in all that work and people don't turn up, I'm sorry, it's their loss. It won't be mine. You understand? So the fact that you put a lot into your craft does not also give you the right to talk down on people who have spent money to watch you.
That's what I was going to say, that at the end of the day, whether you like it or not, whatever money you make is from fans coming to your shows, is from fans listening,
they buy merch,
buying your merchandise and all that. It's
they
them
do a lot of
buying
spending
into your brand.
Yeah.
That's the only thing, and that's
there's no bigger support than that,
and that's the only thing. Like, and I know that they'll say that maybe some of these things are being fueled by maybe some other rival fans, but the truth is that if there's nothing to talk about,
they are being blown out by them. I can show you.
No, I'm not saying
Twitter
that
handles.
They're not, but the truth is that if there's nothing to talk about, there will. But are we going to say that because some people are blowing it out of proportion? And I don't think anything is being blown out of proportion, because I honestly think that over the years he has a very stinky attitude. There are interviews where there was even one that he said, he doesn't even wish he was Nigerian or something very stinky like that. The guy has a very stinky attitude.
All right. So again, another thing that I also noticed is that people are making videos and saying that his shows are empty. Actually, that's not true. Some people have gone there early during sound check and made videos out of mischief. There's the last show that he had was actually packed as much as it could be. And of course, immediately yesterday, people were like, all his entire tour of North America is cancelled. Not true also. So he's cancelled 2 shows, Minnesota and I think it's Chicago. And the other shows are live and is going to have them. However, I want to balance it out. I get all of that about the attitude and everything, but again, we must be on the side of facts and stuff. So yes, 2 shows have been cancelled, and hopefully Burna would learn from this. There's a part of this curve that he must see it as a learning curve for him. Like, this is the part where he starts to ask himself, can he continue like this? Can he really continue pissing on his fans? Because again, it's okay if, for instance, a rival fan comes for you and you call the person out. Are we okay?
Go ahead, please go ahead.
And you call the person out. You get, it's okay for that to happen. But your own fans, the ones that fight for you, the ones that buy your records, that stream your records, the numbers that you are proud of, you cannot treat them like trash and expect not to be rubbed the wrong way, because they will come for you. And now it's happening. A lot of people are actually just running smear campaigns, and you caused it. That's the truth.
Yeah,
there are people who've been in the industry for decades and they've never been in this situation. Why? There are people who are your contemporaries and they've never been in this situation also. Why? So think about it, because me, I like looking at things from all perspectives, if possible. Think about it, BurnaBoy. It's time to make a change.
Yeah, I think that it's a lot. It's and I think that it's not just at the moment. It's really not just about Burna alone. I think that everybody needs to take a cue from this, because at the end of the day, whether you're a singer, whether you sell rice, or whether, at the end of the day, your customers are king. You cannot, for whatever reason, treat people badly and you think that after a while it will not catch up with you. It doesn't work like that.
Toxic people tend to get away with this a lot. This thing that you pointed out, at least feeding off this Burna scenario, picture yourself at a party and there's a saucy caterer in charge, or one nasty event planner, or you're at an Amala place somewhere in Surulere and you get pissed on. This is a place where you have queued up to buy food, though. You know, so again, it's all down to this attitude that people bring out. And I'm wondering, like, how in the world do you think it's the right way to treat customers? Because without these people, there's nothing for you. And it's the same mistake that Burna has made now, like really pissing on your fans, like telling them that they don't mean anything and throwing your entire country under the bus.
So why do you have? Why do you are you going on shows if people don't go? What's the point?
You know?
It doesn't make any sense. Whoever came up with that idea and felt that it was a good thing.
There's an Amala place that we staged a walkout of in Surulere a couple of years ago. Well, over 20 years ago, where you buy food from them and they just drop stew as they want on your Amala. And this lady, I think that was the first time that we have known not to buy because they will abuse you. They actually will abuse you. The woman abuses us customers. Maybe we will die a spell. I don't even know. But she just cussed out this lady, and the lady's like, "No, I'm not taking this. I'm paying for my phone." Then she just shouted at the lady, and the lady just dropped a bowl. She already had Amala in it. She dropped it. The guy that brought her or came with her dropped his bowl. The guy next to them dropped his bowl.
We seem to have a queue.
And I dropped my bowl too. I'm like,
comments.
And that was the last time I went there.
So Larger 41322 says Wizkid and Davido's careers were built inside out, while Burna is built outside looking in. Nigerians don't really F with him like that. They only tolerate him because outsiders F with him.
That's an angle.
Really?
That's an angle. I get that angle.
Yeah, no, but Burna's literally his whole career started in Nigeria.
No, it's not necessarily about location and all of that. Do you get? Of the three of them, Wiz is the only Lagos boy per se. At some point, Burna was Port Harcourt, then went abroad, then Lagos. Do you get? But beyond that, his music actually got bigger, more from the outside than on the inside.
Okay, so Laja still saying, when I say outside, as I'm in the West, nobody was really checking for Burna in Nigeria. I remember Burna's first video appearance was in Davido's Damiduro. Ituno says, hello fam, been a minute. Hi, how are you doing? Laja still continues and says, the American audience is very fickle. The baby never recovered. They don't tolerate disrespect no matter how good or talented you are. Wizkid reigns the king of Afrobeat, humble and respectful. True
that. You're definitely a Wizkid fan.
I think that you're a fan. That's the only reason why you.
Because you didn't need that last line.
Yeah, it was very unnecessary.
You didn't need that last line.
Because if everybody is going to say who is better at it, it was very unnecessary.
What about Davido? What?
Everybody has this conversation, but excuse me.
What about Olamide?
Where is Olamide in this
the
conversation?
whole grand scheme of things? Where will I put Olamide?
I personally think that
it's not fair.
Olamide is.
This
anyway,
life.
let's start.
Meanwhile, Olamide is gonna have a show in Lagos, Eco Hotel. So you guys be on the lookout for the tickets. So it's gonna be the entire convention center. It's going to be massive.
So basically,
and Davido is still going to have a show in Lagos.
Yeah,
too.
I think 2 days after Olamide's on
Yep.
and all that as well. So basically, the truth is that I get what you're saying, and this is it. And maybe it is a Nigerian thing. They're not, and like you talked about the Amala place. As much as you stage your walkout, there are people that will always still keep going back there.
But the place packed up, eventually.
People, you know that is something that we laugh about, that if you go to an Amala place and they're not rude to you, the Amala is not sweet.
Yeah,
it's a very how do I say?
It's a damaged way of looking at things.
It's a very damaged, exactly. It's an extremely damaged.
Did you hear the part where I said maybe we were under?
I can't be.
Did you hear the part where I said maybe we were under a spell? Let me tell you
because
another funny one.
Because it don't make sense.
Let me tell you another funny one. We left the stadium one day and went to somewhere in Sola to buy food. Very popular rice place. I won't mention the place. And there was a hole. And they were dropping, God knows, some fetish thing. And they were in the process of covering it when we got there. And boys, them still waka enter. Walked into the place, bought the food that we wanted to buy and left. Then we get there, we are saying, did you see what those people were doing? Did you see what those people were doing?
And you didn't think there was anything.
But what are they even doing? What are they doing in the full glare of everybody?
Yeah, so this is my issue. Do you understand?
They said it was security.
Oh, you see that?
When we ask them next time?
It's not the first time, and it's not just BurnaBoy. Even the Davidos of this world and the Wizkids that you think that is the best is not so humble.
They've all had
rubbish coming to. In fact, when it comes to Nigeria, I think Wizkid is even the king of coming late to shows.
No, we can't say that.
I'm just saying.
No, we can't. Do you have stats?
This is my own opinion.
Your opinion is biased?
Okay, so can I finish?
No.
Let me finish.
No.
You didn't even let me finish.
No.
So, anyway, Davido does it. You hear Kiss Daniel does it. Even does it outside the country as well. They do shows and the people, and then after that show, they still come up with another show. And you remember even Ashake?
What did Ashake
coming
do?
late? There was one now that he came late to the show, and everybody was going on and on and on. And then I think, was it the one that he said he did like 30 minutes or 45 minutes, and everyone like, what happened? Like, are you done? And all that. So it seems to be a theme with Nigerian artists.
Okay, so
we kind of do not respect the fans,
and
we are okay with it. It's actually wrong.
Juxtapose that with Nigerians that still go to churches where their reverends and their pastors made predictions that are off.
Same thing.
And they are still going.
I don't want
to say. They are still going to the same church. That's why
meant. It's the same way you will buy something, you will go somewhere, they treat you badly over your own money, and you still keep going there. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm different. You cannot insult me over my money and I will go back. There is a restaurant or food place that somebody decided that they wanted to do what's it called, and I walked out. It's over a year. I would rather drink Gary than go there and buy food. Not because I'm not fighting, no. I just don't want the disrespect again. And that's it. It's not gonna happen. So we have a few comments. He says Davido was trying to rap in Atlanta in 2011. Olamide is Puff Daddy / Dr. Dre combined. Orishani, Olamide. Okay.
Yeah.
Davido and Wizkid were child stars. They can't get away with more. I don't know what that means. That is what Burna doesn't understand. A child star gets away with more. Right, okay, so there's been people. Okay, I get this, but maybe there are a lot of people that have grown with Wizkid and Davido, so they would rather. But they've still not even had this much F-ups. Let's not even lie. Let's not lie. They've not.
Meanwhile, have you seen Davido's tweets lately? In the last 24 hours, go and check his tweets.
Who is he angry with again?
Don't worry, you should know what he's saying.
At this point,
he had predicted that maybe he wants to open church. I don't know.
Wizkid's F-ups are local. Which is also a bad. That's my point. Like, why do we? It's almost like as if Nigerians are. I'm trying to look for where. It's a very bad mentality that people are treating you badly and you're okay with it. Maybe let's even start. Maybe say it starts from the government, because the government will treat you badly and then we're okay with everything. So we're just used to be treated
your pastors
badly.
and your imams will lie to you, but
Badly. I still cannot get around people that
Your-
2023 their pastors says remember the word of
your girlfriends will lie to you, but you just,
or the one that
and even your boyfriends are lying to you.
The husband, the president of Nigeria, his name is in the Bible. Is going to be. Here we are in 2025, and people are still going to those churches. Let's not even
Are
start
people
there.
still not buying everybody's songs and all of that? But it's all
Okay,
good,
so
it's good.
Laja says Dolupo is capping. Oh, really?
Yeah.
You will tolerate disrespect in the right Abula joint? Nope. Nope.
Please
See,
suggest one. Maybe there's one that I want to experience.
If it's any other thing. When it comes to food, me and food, we're not that great. So, and I don't even the idea of Abula. I think is overrated.
Please, Laja, suggest one Abula joint that is what.
I would.
That is what being,
I'm an Ibadan girl.
Let me go and check. I beg.
I'm an Ibadan girl. I can tell you categorically that I would not tolerate nonsense. I will be hungry. I don't mind being hungry.
You did not meet Amalashita. Look at you.
I would not mind being.
You.
Trust me. I did not meet Amalashita, but I'm okay because I'm an Ibadan girl. There's no Amala they won't sell in Lagos. There's no Amala they won't sell in Lagos.
Here we go again.
I can say it categorically.
Let's stay focused.
Let Ibadan people. There's no Amala. I'm saying it again and again. There's no Amala they want to sell in Lagos that can be as good as Ibadan Amala. Okay. I said it. Okay. I said what I said.
And I said
anyway.
Okay.
So basically, I think that everybody needs to step up, and I think that it also calls to our professionalism as a people. Because again, whether you're a musician or you enter a bank and you expect people to be professional, yeah, or you enter a corporate organization, but at the end of the day, everybody is working. You have is goods and services, exchange of goods and services. You expect people to act a certain way. Because you're a musician does not mean that you should act unruly and we should be okay with it. It's just ethics. It's just taking your job seriously. It also tells me that you don't take your job seriously. So Laja says, a man like Sola dating Naomi Campbell and Beyonce will tolerate disrespect. Look,
you see, you people are getting it all wrong. What's the essence of Irumu if there cannot be? Okay, why is there respect and there won't be disrespect?
What?
What's the big deal? Ebu also now, you abuse me, it's okay. It's okay, darling. Please,
okay, so he
have
says,
their number.
Amala Ogufe Eforiro with Abula and roundabout wash down with Oguro. I will tolerate the disrespect, Jerry. Nope.
Yes, so.
Nope. I'm no.
How many years are we spending on earth that we will say some people cannot abuse us? Well, it's okay. It's okay.
Really?
Yes, it's okay.
Really? Nope.
If we had to fight everybody that abused us, we won't have friends now.
Who said I'm okay with not having friends?
No, you are not okay.
I'm okay.
You are not.
I'm good. I'm good.
On your behalf, I say you are not okay.
I'm okay. Is
no,
it
you are
okay?
Not. It's not. It's my okay.
I'm okay. The worst part, especially when it comes to like food, I have hands. I can cook myself. They say you are going to one concert. I don't even like noise in the first place.
So you will sing for yourself.
I will sit at home
and sing by yourself.
I don't need to sing by myself.
It's not the same now. It's not the same.
Okay, I've heard you.
It's not the same.
I cannot relate.
We outside.
I'm saying I cannot relate because
December.
I would rather just sit in my house and sleep. I cannot relate.
Well, thank God the world does not revolve around people like you.
Exactly. Maybe it's good like that.
Our God is an awesome God.
Anyway, Mr. BurnaBoy, so that you don't
BurnaBoy has taken all our show away.
Your thoughts does not say continue to get cancelled. Have mercy on yourself. Just telling you that one. Anyway,
but a quick payout tip for Burna is let your team go search for that lady. Fly her out VIP style, first class, and all of that. PJ with our partner. Fly out to your show, and make it up to her. Can I speak?
No, I need to.
It's us preferring solutions also beyond anything. This is a PR stunt, and this will help you get that particular woman on your side. You know, your apologies, you shouldn't have made that particular apology was not heartfelt. It was just God
nonsense.
knows. God knows. I wish it was even ChatGPT would have been better. You should have used some AI to write it since you didn't feel it. Just tell AI write something heartfelt for me, because what you wrote was not heartfelt. I'm telling you.
It was,
and it still sounded that you were still feeling like you're on top of the world. At the moment, you're not.
You're not.
But what you need to do, go search for that lady, fly her out. You know, give her the full comp feeling and everything, and get her to say she's cool. Make a video of it. Even if it's not for PR, at least for other people who are fighting on her behalf to say that, oh, she's cool with it. So you all go let it ride or let it slide. Peace.
Okay, so moving on from that, let's do a bit of, like I said, it was quite a bit more lighter stuff before we get into all the other gist. Anyway, let's do football. First things first, one of the very interesting conversations or the news that dropped yesterday was CAF released the list of 73 referees that are going to officiate at AFCON. AFCON is just a few days away, actually, for people that are wondering. And I'm wondering, like, there's not that much buzz. Is it just me? It doesn't sound like this. By this time, there's normally this much buzz about AFCON. But anyway, the news out of it is that every single country that has ever won AFCON have representation in AFCON referees right now, except Nigeria. No Nigerian referee was top-notch enough to be called for AFCON.
Are you done?
Yes, I'm done.
Do you want me to talk?
Yes.
I'm always looking for trouble for this country. Until we fix our league, where do the referees get practice? In the leagues. The leagues are played more than the international games. And it's from what CAF sees that will make them, you know. So how many of our referees are actually doing, you know, the top-notch things? Again, the FIFA badge referees in Nigeria, how many are they? There are different grades to refereeing a game. But again, our league is not good enough. And when you say that they vex, and right now, I even want them to vex. Because I've made a decision. About 18 years ago, I decided to start some particular show that was about fans. So
people are angry. Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
So, okay, first, Laja says, can the bar tell us your top 5 women artists in Nigeria of all time?
All time?
Yeah.
All time? All time. I really, really love Christia Senigbokwe definitely has to be on my list. Asha has to be on my list. I love Asha so much. Asha has to be on my list. God, this is set up. I like Niniola a lot. I think I'm very biased towards Niniola, Asha, Christia Senigbokwe. Who else have I not mentioned? Of the recent guys, I must take one of Thames. There's no need to compare. I like Thames. I like Thames too. Who am I forgetting? I've mentioned 4.
Why is Tiwa Savage in all this conversation?
And Tiwa. Thank you. I was trying to remember. I think that was 5. You made me pick 5, and that's my 5. Christia Sen definitely tops that list for me. I used to like her.
Okay, anyway, he also has he said, Dolupo, please don't. We didn't qualify for World Cup, and you are discussing AFCON. But why?
My brother, it's our own World Cup now.
In the next couple of weeks.
AFCON is our World Cup.
Ghana is there in AFCON.
And our referees, but I would rather take World Cup and give Ghana AFCON. Our referees are never invited to anything.
Is that Nigerian referee that officiates your local level? Yeah, those are the people that are also officiating the people in those local leagues in all those other countries.
All those guys too.
Better Republic, okay, why? Okay,
their league, at the rate it's going, will probably be better than the Nigerian league this time next year. There are Nigerian coaches who are going to Benin to coach now. Nigerian players are actually. Can you believe what's happening now? People used to come from Benin to play in Nigeria. There was only Dragons FC that we could talk about then, but now there are more teams in Benin, and people are actually going there to play.
It's sad. It's a sad.
So your referees will not make it to AFCON because your league is not properly organized. And I was telling you guys the story that so for 17 or 18 years, I did hide my foreign affiliation. Right now, because of this league, I'm done. I'm done.
Oh my God. Anyway, moving on from that, there is, like I said, the last week was a lot of firecrackers when it came to the Premier League, and then the Champions League was back, and of course, because of the international break, there wasn't football for like 2 weeks, so we saw very interesting matchups. A lot of people losing their heads, a lot of teams not doing a lot of interesting predictions. And now going into match day 13 of the Premier League, there are quite a number of matchups starting tomorrow, ending on Sunday. There's so many games. Brentford and Burnley, I think that's one game that will be very interesting to watch.
Brentford and Burnley, any team that starts with a B in the Premier League,
both of them,
be very afraid.
Be very afraid. Another one that I think that is going to be much of a firecracker is Sunderland and Bournemouth.
Sunderland are having season. They're having the season of their lives. Bournemouth are not doing badly at all.
Exactly.
And this is sounding like a strange scenario.
Exactly. Like you'll be like.
I'm actually looking forward to watching those games.
Those games, yeah. Manchester City leads.
We have two struggling teams playing against each other. You know.
Wow. Manchester City is now struggling. Wow. Everton, Newcastle.
Everton, Baba. The slayer of the, of the devil.
With 10 men.
10 men and still win
a game.
10 men for first half.
Leave it alone.
If they play the way they played United,
leave it alone.
They will win.
Tottenham, Fulham.
I
don't see Fulham.
It's a London derby.
I don't see Tottenham with this game.
And you know, form is always thrown out of the window when it comes to derbies. So I'm not going to stick my neck out. In this, anything can happen.
Also, now from Sunday, we're going to be seeing the early startups with Crystal Palace, Manchester United.
Crystal Palace have a stronger team than United, though. Let's be very honest. I'm not going to lie. If you're going to do like a player-by-player analysis, there are some players on Crystal Palace side that you wish were in your team if you're a United fan or even an Arsenal fan or Chelsea fan. I don't see how United will win this one, honestly. I don't think they have the firepower. Except they have the full complement that brings back Cunha, you know, and a proper striker in the mode of Sheshko.
And with that, we're going to be having a 3:05 p.m. on Sunday. We're going to be seeing West Ham Liverpool. Are we going to see? And I think that
I don't know why top teams are being allowed to play lowly ranked teams. You know,
I don't understand.
West Ham really should say they don't want to play a small team like Liverpool.
Wow.
You know, a team that that doesn't know how to win, you know, and the coach doesn't know when to resign.
We're doing that now.
Sorry. Do you want to compare West Ham and Liverpool?
So
where is West Ham on the log? And where's Liverpool?
So I wanted to say a bit about Liverpool at the moment. Liverpool's next 3 games are West Ham, Sunderland, and Leeds.
Yeah, you know.
On paper.
Apart from Sunderland, there's a top team. The other are Liverpool contemporaries.
On paper, Liverpool should be able to at least. Why I said 7 points. Win the maybe draw the Sunderland game and then win the West Ham.
You don't like slots. It's obvious that you don't like slots.
Why I said that again.
Move on to another game. We've not even started with politics.
Yes, again, that's why I said.
Minutes.
Again, that's why I said. If he doesn't come out with at least 7 points, then Uncle just resign.
You know he can't come out with 7 points.
Anyway, Aston Villa Wolves. I think that Aston Villa should take this one. Nottingham Brighton at this moment.
Sean Dyche, that guy, is the coach. That's all I have to say.
And Sunday night football that everybody will be waiting for, the London derby, Chelsea Arsenal.
Yeah. Chelsea, will you go? Are you really going to turn up for that game? Don't go. Arsenal is on fire. You have been warned though. No York rush, and they have scored like 5 or 6 goals or 7 or 8 goals without York rush.
Okay, so Laja says, "Oh, Dolupo, your league. Don't be saying your league doesn't have VAR. That's why. That's also a very, very important one. He also replied with his 5, and he says, Lijadu sisters, Salawa Beni, Tokwe, Alabi, Simi, and Agatha Moses. Okay,
Who's
Agatha
Agatha
Moses? I did not know that. But you know what? I should actually Google it and check. You never know what you might find.
So I like Lijado Sisters, but you said artist now. You didn't say we could put group.
Anyway.
You cheated.
Anyway, let's move on from all that and let's come back to very interesting conversations. First things first, President Tinubu said to have constituted Nigeria's side of US-Nigeria joint working group. Looks like
I've seen the list, interesting list. Olubumi Ojo is there, of course the NSA is in charge of that one. The head of the army is also there and all of that. So it's an interesting list. I just hope that something good comes out of it.
Also, this is an update from yesterday that the former president, Goodluck Jonathan, is back in Nigeria. Was said to have been trapped in Guinea-Bissau with all the coup issues, but he's back in Nigeria. Interesting news also from the Nigerian Senate, which I think that we should have a conversation about, is they've begun the process. I think it's that even past first reading as of yesterday to amend the Terrorism Act. So what they're saying is that the crime of kidnapping is should be equated to terrorism.
When they told you people to put the death sentence on kidnapping a few years ago, they were pushed back. Nobody took it serious. I think it was only Lagos State or one or two other states that actually passed that thing. Y'all didn't see the trend, and now you're just waking up. I say every kidnapper should be offed. I said it.
This conversation is also going on in the House of Representatives as well. And he's saying that, and I saw a video of Bello El-Rufai where he was talking about how even the judiciary needs to have a standard. He was talking about how there is a particular...
I think that was very misinformed, but carry on.
Where one person was charged for terrorism and is 20 years in jail, and another person is charged for treason, which, now you think about it, it's not the same thing, actually.
You see, Bello El-Rufai made the good submission until that point. And I think it was playing to gallery. That everybody's looking for the sentiment that is bringing a lot of attention now. Someone was charged for 20 years based on the evidence available. The other guy actually deserved the death penalty. According to the judge, these are not my words, but they have tempered justice with mercy and gave him life. And we all know that at some point in time they're going to pardon him. We all know all of this drama. So, but you see, trying to cash out on those kind of things, I think at times you should know when to draw the line with politics. But politicians don't care.
Yeah. So anyway, I think that, like you said, it's actually time. I feel that there are a lot of crimes that are tantamount to terrorism in my books. Kidnapping, yes, should be one of it.
Death penalty.
It's death penalty because you really, really just want to kill people.
Statutory rape.
There's no explanation. There's no explanation
death
to
penalty.
Some of these things.
Castration if you don't kill them.
But let's see what the National Assembly is finally going to come up with. Larger says, Agatha Moses is the Igbo woman that tries to sing Yoruba gospel songs. We are singing, we're dancing. Says effing up the whole thing, but for some reason was famous, especially in many African countries.
I know that's okay.
I get your point now. I get it. That song. It's very catchy, actually. That you cannot take away from it, and very popular. So anyway, we'll see what the but there was a conversation that also happened in the National Assembly that I think is funny. And this is the offshoot of the presidential order withdrawing police from VIPs. And then the IG has come to confirm that over 11,000, I think precisely 11,556 policemen were all redeployed. 11,000 for a country that were already under-policed. And then there were conversations on the floor of the Senate and the House of Representatives complaining about that the president should rethink it, and it's looking like they're going to be made soft targets and blah blah blah. So until I saw those videos, I'm like, okay, it's official. This thing is actually serious. Then the IG actually said it that no governor or minister is going to call him anymore to be asking him, because now it's the president's directive. And I'm like, what are we doing to ourselves in this country?
It's animal farm all over
So
again.
we are not soft targets.
All animals are equal.
We are not.
But some animals are more equal than the others.
We were not soft targets.
So 11,500 and something policemen were protecting less than 10% of Nigerians.
We were not soft targets.
Did I say 10%? Less than 5%
We
of
were not soft targets. Is you put our soft targets. God punish you.
Ah! Oh my God. Oh my God. Mm-hmm.
God punish you. Please, Mr. Tinubu, I hope that this thing...
President to
actually,
you, President Tinubu.
President. I
President.
agree. President, because that order is very presidential.
Come, wait, Mr. President, don't go and reverse this thing because we're making
That's
fun
what
of
I'm saying,
them now.
That's what I'm saying. Let the order be very presidential and let it stay the way it is.
Let him not go and reverse it. Though. We're already poking fun
Anybody
at
that
VIPs.
does not like it
do you
should go and pay for private security.
Do you know how funny it is?
Simple.
As soon as you get into politics, even as a counselor, even as a special advisor,
They are even offering it to you.
You know, I had a friend who was a special advisor in one state in the southwest. The guy had 2 mobile policemen.
As what? What is? Who knows you?
2.
Who knows you? Who's looking for you? Anyway, Peterman the Great. Hello. No,
In a minute.
Been a minute. More like 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It's time for Nigerians to own firearms, state and community. Is non-negotiable. My own uncle got to a fight with Fulani herdsmen in Okewo, Oyo. He resisted and called his hunter friends. I do not think
They can, yeah. No,
maybe
not
hunters,
every Nigerian. Please.
I don't think that every Nigerian should. Why? Because
we don't have
we
the
don't
maturity
we don't.
for it.
See, take for example, even the places like in the US, they're already dealing with so much. And you will think that those people are supposed to be sinner crimes. In Nigeria, they'll just be offing people anyhow.
I beg you.
Please, I don't think we're mature enough.
I like what your uncle
point.
did, and I know people like your uncle, people who are farmers who also, you know, are hunters and everything, should please be allowed to carry licensed weapons.
Licensed weapons. If
However,
you collect.
If you make the mistake, the country where we're already saying, "Do you know who I am?"
Please let's and then I think that it's high time also people that are making skits and all that. Please, I don't think this is the time to make stupid pranks. I don't know if you saw a video. This happened in Lagos where some guy made some funny prank about he was dressed like supposed to be like a terrorist. He had something wrapped and looked like it was a gun, and people ran away only for him to now tell them, oh, it was a prank. It took like older people in that area,
and they didn't beat him up.
It took older people in that area to let the first
we do not subscribe to violence on this show.
Yeah, but
at times, you know,
the first guy
just look the other way.
But it's Lagos, so Lagos people. The first guy picked him and head butted him immediately. Like, so please, I think
I'm gonna say a quick one about this.
Content
is king, they say, and a lot of people are doing a lot of stupid content. There's a guy that goes about harassing women, and you say that's content. There's another one that comes to eateries and places, picks your food and is eating it and is looking at you. He's dressed like one dirty scoundrel in an agbada, and they say that all of those things are irritating.
It's irritating, yes.
I mean, I'm just praying. Child, pray for your life, child. Don't come across people like that.
Because they were really mobbing the guy. All the people had to come and beg those people.
It deserves it.
Because I don't think why not even in this time that you make such pranks. Peterman says it's only the living that have the opportunity to mature. Stay alive first, my friends.
Yeah, we are.
I get you.
You know, jocularly we said a few things, but in real terms,
I don't think that.
There's a way we take everything to the extreme in Nigeria. Yes. Everything we do is overboard.
Everything.
See now, the people that had corruption were doing their corruption. JJ. When Nigeria entered it, we took it to another level. The people that are doing Ponzi were doing their Ponzi. JJ. When Nigeria started Ponzi like this,
game over.
Anything we touch, we do overblow. If we make the mistake.
I think it's not going to be a good good decision.
Firearms those things they're not going to save us. That's the truth. The new approach by the government, kinetic, non-kinetic, whatever, will save us. But I don't agree. And again, we need state police. We need state police.
Yeah, I think that's state police.
Urgently, we need state police.
Like I watched the submission of Bello El Rufai, and one of the things he said was, it's not just to make these proclamations. Let's put time and dates to it.
And I was saying it here the last time we were at the bar. Was it yesterday?
What is the what's?
I said increase the welfare package for the police and the military. He was also echoing that, and I'm like, that's exactly what. Those are the things that need. I remember when we had a major security issue in Lagos many years ago. The police were, at loggerhead. They didn't know how to do it. It was OPC that came to the rescue. I'm sure you guys will remember what I'm talking about. So I would rather work with the OPCs of this world, the Amotekons and the state police structures, than give everybody guns.
Yes, exactly. Anyway, former Attorney General of the Federation Abubakar Malami has now been invited by the EFCC, and he also has now confirmed the EFCC investigation, and he says he promises to honor the agency.
It should be there as we speak if he hasn't gone already.
He's a lawyer. He's a lawyer himself, so he would not. I think he would. It just makes sense that, of course, he knows what to do. Anyway, Mr. Nyesom Wike again has ordered revocation of 1,095 property titles in the FCT. Yeah,
according to Larry Olayinka, who is the media assistant of Mr. Wike, he said that they put out several informations and they put out reports, a whole lot of things that they put out there. So as it stands, they have exhausted all the channels of communication. Some of them have been revoked because they didn't pay their annual dues. Some because they converted the properties to what they were not supposed to, and some because they didn't wait for permits before they did something. So, but bottom line is, close to 2,000 people, will feel the impact of Nyesom Wike's retrieval of their licenses.
Okay, so Peter Mann the Great says, all I will advise is that non-indigenous shouldn't be allowed in state or local police. Residents not included either. Yes, Chinedu shouldn't be allowed in state police in Lagos.
100%. We were talking about it it was yesterday now. We're saying that community policing, even with the current structure of the Nigerian police, it should be restructured in a way that people are posted to places where they grew up or where they are from. That way, it's easier for them to understand the place, they speak the language, and they understand the culture. As against taking people from the north to the south, from the south to... I don't know what they were thinking of then, but the Nigeria of today is not the Nigeria of that time that they started the national police. And to think we never used to have this national police system until some funny decision in the 60s.
Anyway, at the moment, I think the Lagos, still talking about police, the Lagos State Police have announced the arrest of 26 male suspects that are said to have been linked to possession of counterfeit currency and production and sale of adulterated diesel. Yeah.
They've had a very busy 24 to 48 hours in Lagos. Law enforcement have been doing amazing things. You saw the bust of the drug guy.
Yeah. In Lagos, the whole warehouse.
Drugs worth billions of naira, all stashed in a warehouse here in Lagos. Then these counterfeit guys. And honestly, apart from the fact that I have an aversion for paper money, I'm glad that we're doing a lot of electronic transfers and all of that now. And that has reduced the, exposures to fake currency. Like, to think that in 2025, you could actually be holding fake currency without knowing it.
I think I saw a picture where someone, the monies that we print for
parties the dummy naira.
Yeah, that dummy naira. Apparently, someone had posted that a conductor was given 3 of those notes and didn't know.
You won't now. He's just grabbing and escaping it. And that's how funny people can be.
And I'm like, really? In 2025, why are we doing the things that we do?
Oh, criminals must criminalize their criminalization.
Anyway, it looks like Labour Party is back again. And it's very interesting. Yay. As Julius Abure presided over a National Executive Council meeting. interesting as why I'm saying is because INEC actually decided, INEC was at that meeting.
Okay.
And also the vice presidential candidate, Dati Baba Ahmed, was also at that meeting. Is this safe to say that he's not following Mr. Peter Obi to...
It's not safe to say anything when it comes to Peter Obi and Dati and Labour. We would all be watching, closely.
Anyway, also, India has said to have detained 50 Nigerians for drug-related offenses. Why are you people just... Again, I will say my own, whether you like it or not. It's bad enough that you are committing crime in Nigeria. India is very far. Very, very far.
So basically, the law enforcement people in India conducted several raids, and the several raids in different parts. So it wasn't as if they went to one place. So about 50 Nigerians were
where what? You don't finish the sentence.
You can help me.
I don't know what you want to say.
My shame is shaming. Shame is shaming.
You people
my shame.
are very ashamed. You go all the India. See, some of you, your family members will be looking for you. They will not know that they have cut your head off.
These are the same boys that will come back in December. And you want to kill yourself.
They will slice your head off.
This ones will come back now. They will say, I just go back. You don't know which work they do.
Peterman, I'm not reading that comment. I'm not
What did he say?
not going to read that comment. I wouldn't. Larger says, I should have the right to serve and even lead security agencies if I have lived there for 1 year plus. That's fair. So he's talking about
the community.
Non-indigens.
No, we're talking about community policing. My brother, let's see. This is past rhetoric now. You're from the middle belt.
Yeah.
You will find it hard to blend in certain parts of the east or the southwest or the
even
northwest.
if you've lived there all your life.
Yeah. No. You said 1 year. The period of you acclimatizing after 1 year. Do you know how many crimes you could have prevented? So why are we stressing ourselves? We're saying put people in their areas of strength. Simplicity. Think about it, brother.
Okay, he seems to have a different one.
Oh, of course it's allowed.
He is allowed to. Anyway, just wanted to go through this before we go quickly. ECOWAS has now suspended Guinea-Bissau. It's always suspension.
Those suspensions, do they carry weight?
Anyway, they suspended them. Jacob Zuma's daughter has now resigned from parliament over Russia-Ukraine mercenary scandal.
That story is very sad, Dolupo.
Yeah.
So Zuma left the ANC, and the name of their security wing is what he used to start his own party. Mm-hmm. And his daughter actually made it into parliament. She won an election and blah, blah, blah. And some young men were recruited under the guise of sending them to Russia for training.
Yeah.
Then they find themselves fighting in the Russia-Ukraine war. Now, those men are now sending voice notes to their family members, and they've sent the voice notes to the BBC, and they are hearing where the guys, like, they are treating them like slaves and they're suffering, that they thought they were going there for military training and blah, blah, blah. But right now they are fighting a war that they have nothing to do. The minute she resigned, she played a role in sending them there. And she said she didn't know that was what was going to happen.
Yeah, right. Anyway, the U.S. is set to review green cards from 19 countries of concern after Washington shooting. So
that Washington shooting, the guy who shot the 2 National Guards close to the White House, sadly, it's been politicized, and the American president told another lie, but it's been busted. But that's not the thing. Now, he's using that to now clamp down on green cards in 19 countries, and that's not still the story. The story is that some Nigerians are angry that Nigeria's name is not on that 19-man list, 19-country list.
The things that you people do here, you amaze
you are not happy.
You actually
you are not happy.
Anyway, on that note, that is all we have to take today on the bar. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you so much for the comments. We'll be back again on Monday to give you another wonderful edition of the Boom Bar. Subscribe,
share this video.
Follow us. It is Boom Radio NG.
And
Have a beautiful, beautiful weekend ahead.